All right now, Pips. Remember, we say thank you to the nature spirit and offer up plenty of flowers, enough to make bouquets that would make the entire village sneeze, no doubt. And in return, we do not face down cataclysm and instead receive the blessings of the nature spirit, which at this point is probably going to be even more animals stacked on top of animals. It's almost like the nature spirit is trying to make its own form of like an animal totem out of actual animals. But we will see if the blessings of the nature spirit are less animal-y this time, perhaps. But at least we get some memory beans out of it, and you know, we didn't die, which is always nice. Oh my gosh. Thanks! Now we have more wild sheep, friends, because that is absolutely what we need here in the village of Downhill One Way, where, as a shamanistic tribe, we absolutely positively don't end up killing the animals because we face a lot of difficulties if that happened, and that's hilarious. That's hilarious. We have even more sheep now. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Oh dear. But alright, so welcome back to the village of Are We There You, or no, oh my gosh, that's a throwback. The village of Downhill One Way, where my memory is absolutely impeccable and absolutely not getting tangled up, and I totally didn't mention a village from 3 villages ago. Where we are doing fairly well, I would say, preparing ourselves for the flurry of the snowy season that is coming upon us quite soon, as well as the forces of sickness and cataclysm and cold that are all approaching. Hopefully we will soon be ready because we are building to handle the cold a cloak maker, and I'm very excited about that, especially considering we have the awesome duo Toby and Mars over here, and their powers combined are making it so that we can gather enough wool from the vast abundance of fluffy sheep that now cover, like, I really feel like you wouldn't be able to leave any place in our village without walking into a bunch of sheep. It must be like that town in Pokemon Violet where you just bump into like Woolo like everywhere you go. There's just sheep. Do you want a cow? We also have rabbits. Like, look, there's more sheep. Oh, you want a boar? Or how about birds? Like, we've got animals. We've got enough animals that I think at this stage, if I don't get the animal theater going, which gives you +5 for each animal within one, then it would just be, it would be a waste. It would be a waste of such a dramatic story, obviously. But to make sure that we don't make a waste of this story and have all of our Pips end up dying of some sort of horrific event, let us carry on. And today we will actually let our Pips focus on gathering more of that nature protection. And I'm gonna see if we can even train another gardener. Yay! Oh, Alaris is going to become our new gardener. Alaris, welcome. Alaris is actually one of the babies we haven't named yet, until now, obviously, and one of our wonderful patrons who make all of these adventures possible. Do please learn how to wave flowers around for the nature spirit. We may need to get a surplus of that energy going very quickly, very soon. Also, with the final days of winter, let's make sure that we're harvesting all of the barley that we can snag. We're already packed to the gills when it comes to carrots and pumpkins, so can't really do anything to harvesting more of those. Any of the flower fields that are blooming, that's worth harvesting, if I can. Okay, everybody seems kind of busy, except for, let's see, where's our new Pip? Where is, aha, Tara! And Tara, welcome! You were the other Pipling who had not yet had a name, and now you are a Buy Your Cheese member of our wonderful community. And I think I was gonna have you, you're gonna become the cloak maker. So there's nothing for you to do at the moment, my dear, unless we wanted to make more Buy Your Cheese Pips, but to be honest, I think we're good at the moment, thank you very much. So I guess we're just gonna have her kind of like skip around town and basically not help out, but that's okay. Adelaide Faye, should I have you work on wood or flowers? I'm gonna do flowers because the flowers are going to disappear pretty soon. Same with you, Just Sister. And then how are we doing? We are crafting quite a bit of medicine, and actually to the point where I may have Megan go ahead and stop spending quite as much time making the health essence out of that medicine, because we might want to save it up in case we need to cure anyone. Megan, what can you do here? You can cure injured pips with bandages, and we have Mad Cat making more bandages. How many bandages do we have? Not that many. That's a good thing to make. And then that means that I may have Megan, who is our doctor. What are other things? You can cure, and you can also turn medicine into health. Can you also gather like the hemp? Maybe? Or is that, I think that's a buy your cheese thing. Oh, well, you know, I guess they could have another pip. We do have a lot of food. Oh no, not promote. I want, there we go. Might as well. Might as well just have one of the buy your cheese pips growing up in the background. So Tara, Megan, congratulations. Hopefully by the time your baby is grown up, we will actually have some cheese to buy. I just need my farmers to be free of the fields first. And they're quite busy right now, so they're occupied. All right, is that everyone? Thank goodness. There's a bazillion pips and they all have a bazillion things to do. But I have to say I am so proud of our village of Downhill One Way, because I do believe that actually they're doing really well. And with a little bit of luck and a lot of hope, which we have plenty of because we're literally rolling around in flower fields like some sort of overgrown bumblebee, I think we are gonna be okay, I say. Oh dear. Why do you do that every time, Elder? Just when I start thinking I can sit back and just enjoy like some sort of very lazy god, to be honest. Instead, you tell me that there are unknown events coming. Great. Oh, jeez Louise. 67 a day? All right, Megan, back to it, back to it. Oh, look at that. Actually, it turns out that training a new doctor would be quite a good idea. Oh, but not with you, Tara, because I need you to become something else, I think. Oh dear. Okay, that actually escalated extremely quickly. I kind of need another baby pip too. So let's see, Nature Lover, never mind, Nature Lover, I am absolutely going to need you. I need Panda Bird to clear this patch out of the way. And Nature Lover, I need you to start like churning out some of that health. Like I need all of my healers available. Where are they? Canis Abel, that's wonderful that you want to spend more time with the garden. However, kind of need you over here doing some healing. And then let's see. Wolf System, you as well, my friend, you as well, because there's quite a bit going down at the moment. And then we also have Just Sister down there. Do I have any more locations where, boy, it would actually be quite useful to be able to have another doctor at the moment. So actually, do I have a pip? Misfortune the Second. I do believe that you shall be promoted to the Buy Your Cheese class out of the sheer desperation that we are going to need to make a lot more health. And if we're going to have that many pips promoted, 'tis the last day of the season. So, do I need, let's see. I don't think I need T-Chef. Well, I'll leave T-Chef working on that. Okay. So I think we may want to welcome just another young pipling into the family, just to make sure we have some helping hands in case of desperate need. And Tara, you wait, because you're about to become a cloak maker. But this is it, friends. Oh my gosh, 83 a day. Oh, we had a running lead and I still don't know if that's, or like 67 a day. I still don't know if that's going to be enough to keep that awful spirit of rot who is seeking us out for vengeance off of our backs. But we will simply have to do the best we can. Simply the best we can. All right. Carry on, piplings. The seasons are going to be shifting. And we may indeed find ourselves in quite an interesting situation. Winter is here. Now, cold domain is going to be stronger. And it's waking up. I've had a vision of the cold, but I have also had the foresight to say that we are going to be wearing cloaks this year. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. I really hope that we can get Tara like trained up quickly and we can start rolling out that heat, because that would be really wonderful. And suddenly those sheep just may save the day. I see another unknown event coming upon us. The vision is confusing, but there is hope. We can fight. Who are we fighting this time, Elder? Oh, that's a lot going down, isn't it? Interesting. There. Oh, Galactic Woo. Turns out I didn't need to buy your cheese class in order to go ahead and have the cloak maker. Whoops. That's all right. You learn something new every day, don't ya? Wow, okay. Okay. So, as I mentioned, it would be a good idea to continue to pile up a little bit of heat, make things a bit warmer with our watchers, while we wait for our wonderful cloak maker to learn how to cloak the cloaks. Also, that's obviously a sign that we should have some of our pips gathering plenty and plenty of wood at whatever locations they can. And of course, we need all of our healers piling up as much of that healing ability as they possibly can, whilst also training Misfortune the Second to become one of our doctors, also capable of churning out a heck of a lot of healing ability, like at the drop of a hat, basically. Do we have enough medicine to keep up with that? We're going to be tearing through the medicine, so let us build another apothecary. That is one of the things I indeed had the foresight to plop down right over here. I sure did. However, it is going to mean that we need to take a second to upgrade a couple spots with stone. There we go. And oh, look at that, Dino Man! Thank you. That's right, Dino Man promoted himself from being our healer. I was gonna make him a doctor, but he ended up being a brickmaker instead. Sorry about that, Dino Man, but maybe you were ready for a change of pace. You have had the experience of healing our community for so many years. Perhaps you were simply ready to go ahead and tend to other things. Let's see, and can I train another herbalist? Yes, and they're actually needed at the apothecary. Do I have a spare? Uh-oh. I'm out of handy pips! Okay, I definitely am gonna need more handy pips, which means upgrading pretty much ASAP the town hall. When can I do that? Town center? We have not yet researched the city hall, but we'll get there. All right. As I have said many a time, things are indeed moving along fairly swiftly. Somewhat interestingly, we even might go ahead. Do I have my miller? Where's my miller? Where are you committed to? Oh, I only have Blazequakes. That's right, because the other miller died. I remember now. Oh, that was quite a turn of events I wasn't expecting. I remember that now. Oh dear. Blazequakes, carry on. I think you have enough flour that we should make enough bread to keep up with the new pips we have, but we also will want some cheese, because we have a lot of buy your cheese class. But it's going to be the very first cheese we could actually buy. Oh, that entertains me vastly more than it probably should. And then I wonder if it would be worth it to go ahead and... What on earth? To go ahead and actually welcome some of the onions. Because if the onions grow, they can face down Cataclysm. They'll help us to pile up for Cataclysm. And there's quite a few cataclysmic events in the future. So even if we don't end up harvesting these onions, it might be really worth it to plant some. All right. There we are. And we have one spare by your cheese class that I am now side-eyeing and trying to consider what we might want to do with said individual. I'm thinking perhaps another dockhouse would be a good idea, as we are facing a tremendously powerful spirit of rot and disease and destruction. Therefore, it may indeed be quite helpful to have the dockhouse. Oh, it is actually quite helpful. Look at that, another 18. that would be worth it, especially if I put more dwellings over here. We'll do that. We shall become known. There we go. We shall become known as a place that of health and well-being. The lucky rabbits that have assisted us with learning about all of the different herbs of the forest itself helping us by making the land very fertile by kicking out 1,000,000 animals around us all of the time. All will come together to hopefully help us celebrate the great discoveries of well-being that might even go out into the future of future villages and assist us in learning how to keep a village alive during the plague. Always very useful. And let's go ahead and before I forget, move away from the dead pips. Sorry about that, dead pips. And name the new little children who have come to join us during this time of what is probably going to be strife. Sorry about that, Dear Bones. Welcome back. Dear Bones, I know we didn't end on a high note last village, but we're going to do our best. And we also should have a little buy your cheese pip somewhere around here. Where are you, itty bitty? You should be around here. Oh, there you are. Oh, look at the little hat. Oh, that's so cute. And this is actually going to be Lynx the Loyal. Lynx, welcome, welcome. Both of you have come to a village that may be in a time of interesting turbulence, but shall also be in a time of rising to the challenge, and great stories will be made here. Yay! Woo! And thank you both for being part of our Patreon group, who help to make it possible for me to look forward to hopefully having a delicious spinach smoothie, which might seem like a punishment to some people, but I actually love having my little spinach banana like soy milk smoothie after I record because it feels really good on my throat. But alright, all of that said, Lynx the Loyal, you have now grown up. Oh, please, Galactic Woo, I really hope you can finish training for the heat thing soon. We're building the dock house. Good, 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 good. Do I have... Okay, child's already growing over there. It's Dear Bones. Do I want to work on food? Food seems to be kind of okay, but we'll keep that moving. And then what else could we go ahead and pile up and prepare for? The cold is kind of catching up a bit. Let's not let that happen. Yeah, we kind of need to put a little bit more oomph behind keeping warm. But I do believe that that's kind of narrowed down to just the bonfires. I could do a cloak maker. That would be an artisan pip. But I feel like the cloak craft workshop is just so good. Maybe once we get it and the hearth going, that'll be really great. Let's see. And the hearth, I was gonna put the hearth here, wasn't I? But I think the dock house is more important. The hearth, because it gets a boost for being next to a dwelling. Maybe over here? And then it needs +10 if brick. Ugh, that's a lot of brick to make a path. Ooh, what if I put it like over here? That may work. That may work. Yes, it may work. Trying to figure out how to stretch out all of the locations that have housing can be somewhat tricky, but let's try that. We'll clear this little forest and we'll see if we can make a hearth to keep our villagers warm at. And then Panda Bird Evergreen, you come over here. There we go. But we will see if we can make a hearth side fire to keep our villagers warm at. Unless I was going to do it here. All right, we're going to figure it out. We're going to make it happen. Okay, let's see. A lot going down, but we're ahead on everything, which I'm so relieved about. And then do I have anybody who can become a herbalist? Not yet. Not yet. We have to wait for some of the itty bitties to grow up. Ultima Queen, you can actually become an herbalist. There you are. Yes! All right. And do we have some of the special tools or are we running low? We're running a little low. So Colatus Lab, you who helped to keep our entire village quite outfitted, if you could carry on with making some of those specialized tools. And then we're going to have a dock here, training there. And I wonder if there's another artisan job that would be good to do. And we're starting to collect some of the bricks, and I need at least 6. Okay, we're gonna make this happen. We've got this, guys. We've got this. At least I hope we do. There we are, there we are. As we make more room to be able to expand our village, it is a great sacrifice to clear the trees that have sheltered us for so long out of the way. However, the space that we will occupy will be space that we put to good use fighting against the spirits of destruction that threaten all of the land. And we will, hopefully, be able to rise to that challenge with gusto and glory. But first, we're going to need to really, like, kind of make things a little bit, like, get a little warmer up in here, because it's getting a little chilly. I'm starting to, like, feel a little bit of pinch of frostbite to my toes. Let's not do that. And otherwise, I do think that we're doing very well staying ahead on the nature cataclysm. The threat is around the corner, but our gardeners, Alaris and T-Chef, are gathering plenty of flowers to be able to keep those gods appeased. We are going to be building the other herbalist pretty soon, which we desperately need. Wait a second. Do I need a pip for that? Yes. But that's right. We have Ultima Queen being trained for that. Good. So many things going on. We are staying far, far, far ahead on the sickness, almost to the point where I think that we can allow, maybe. You know what? I'm not gonna have everybody rest. I'm just too nervous about them not making it. So we'll carry on. And I think there is indeed hope. Hope for our village in the form of an extremely warm cloak made out of the wool from the bazillions of sheep that we have counted on for so long. I hope it's gonna be nice and toasty, because we could kind of use that help. But all right, my friends, I shall endeavor to maybe rock in my rocking chair and be a little bit more organized for our adventures next time. But we now have... Look at that. Oh, that's really fantastic. We now have a lot of heat. Thank you so much, Tara. We might just make it after all. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. But all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on these adventures. If you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more, well, you know what to do. But most importantly, stay curious and do try to make sure that, well, I guess you could count your sheep, because they're very helpful. You could count on your sheep, even when you think you don't need them. Oh my gosh, and there's an extra room for more babies here. I need more piplings. That's very exciting. But all right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.